These pieces are ginormous. All this stuff, that's easy enough to handle, but I have this one big piece right here, this one big piece right here, and then I don't even know what I'm going to do with these two guys. We'll go across. We are 44 inches. Well, I'm calling this one a day. Hey everyone, and welcome back to this side of the woods. Today I'm going to be tackling a project here. I apologize for being away for the last 2 weeks. I was out of town for some business stuff, and while I was gone, of course all the chores built up, but I had some wood dropped off from a tree service company. When I looked at my cameras, it looked like the wood was pretty easy manageable pieces, and then I got back home and some of this wood is extremely big. Let me show you. Now I don't know how this is going to come on camera, but looking at it here, it still looks big. These pieces are ginormous. All this stuff, that's easy enough to handle, but I have this one big piece right here, this one big piece right here, and then I don't even know what I'm going to do with these two guys. This guy, this one's not terrible. The other stuff is all easy. I can manage that around with the Mini X. But my goal for today is to get these guys bucked up and at least cut into 16s so I can lift them with the Mini X just to get them out of the way. I'm probably going to have to rip them in order for me to lift them. I do have a vertical splitter, so I might try that, but I'll worry about that another day. I have these two trees coming down tomorrow. That's kind of sped up this process to get all this stuff moved out of the way because they're going to be dropping all these onto the lawn while it's still frozen. That way I don't have to worry about rutting up the grass too much once we start getting the thaw. Let's get these measured up. I'll be using MS 462, and this is a 2-foot bar, and it makes the saw look tiny. So I'm going to have to be double cutting from each side to get through the middle. Let me get these all measured up. Let me get these all taken care of, and we'll start cutting. Where do we get? It's right at. I'll just get rid of that. And then this one. We're here. Just for reference, so we have an idea, we are on the biggest, pretty much 32 inches. And then this one, I believe, is the biggest. We'll go across. We are 44 inches. This is all sugar maple, I believe. It's frozen, it's heavy, it's cold outside. Let's begin. Might be time for a new chain. I'm going to go switch that out. So I have fresh stuff cutting through all this, and we'll step back up once we get that all figured out. It's cutting through a lot faster than what I thought it would, I'll be honest with you, but I'll be intrigued to see what it's going to be like once we cut it with a fresh chain, if we can get that chain to kind of slice like butter, because I'm throwing a lot of dust, but that was about 10-12 minutes to get halfway through the log. All right, new chain is on. I'm going to start on this fresh guy just so I have as much sharp teeth as possible to get me through. I tried moving this by hand, but either I'm incredibly weak or this is frozen right into the ground. Just by that. It's probably the first reason, but we're going to say it's frozen into the ground. So I'm going to cut this out of the way, and then we're going to dive into this guy and see how long it takes to get through 44 inches of dense hardwood.
Alright, so this is giving me a little bit of a pain. I can't get my saw in here, and this is just in the way because of this piece right here. So I'm trying to undercut it, hoping that I've cut far enough through that this will fall off, and at least I can rip down here and then get these two pieces off. It'll allow me to get that off. I'll cut that one, and then all that's left is rip this guy, finish splitting that one. That's already half cut, and I won't be able to do anything until I get the excavator out and knock that guy over. And then the rest of this is smooth sailing. I'm about 45 minutes into this so far. That's including changing around the chain on the bar there. But this is big. This is almost unmanageable size stuff. Actually, this is unmanageable. I'm just going to make it work. This is the pro and con about getting tree work or tree service wood, is you get good stuff that's manageable, it's easy, and then you also got to take the nuisance stuff that is disgustingly big and heavy. But on the plus side, this will give me a lot of wood.
because they'll have it up before Christmas, right? They'll have it up before snow hits.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm not tapping out, but I got other stuff I got to do today. I'm going to call the arborist who's taking these down tomorrow and see if he can just bring a bigger bar and cut right through this and save me a ton of time. I'll get this stuff out of the way and get this stuff laid over, and it'll be worth my couple extra bucks to have him do that versus me taking the next 2 hours trying to flip flop and manipulate all this, because this is a pain in the butt. So I'll get these moved back over so they're all in a good spot for him and a nice straight line across, and then once that's done, I'll be happy. And all right, guys, I couldn't let my manhood be that defeated. So off camera, I went and I was able to make it through this and make it through that guy right there. This one's just too big. So what my game plan is, I messaged the guy from the tree company and asked, just add a little extra to my bill. Is he able to buck those? I'm sure he's got a bigger bar. And what I'll end up doing, I'm going to leave that one right there. I'm going to knock this guy over, leave them all side by side. I'll get these moved and I'll push this guy back in. And that way it's out of the way for him to drop all of these. At the end of the day, I got done 3/4 of what I wanted to do. I'm going to finish up here, move the rest with the excavator, tidy up, and then I'll be done with this one for the day. I'm calling this one a day. I've gotten it all somewhat cleaned up, pushed out of the way. I just needed it out of the way for these guys as a little courtesy so they weren't working through my pile of mess. Everything is somewhat off to the side, minus my struggle of trying to get this guy back up. I couldn't get my thumb to pinch well enough with the rake. Alright, well that took a lot longer than expected. My 2-hour job took me 4, but that's what you get when you're dealing with absolute monsters like that. Whoever said firewood is easy clearly has never done firewood before or has the best equipment to make it the easiest project. Anyways, that'll be it for today, guys. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Until next time, thank you for joining me on this side of the woods.